asking you to describe the game just in a couple words, like, I mean, how would you do it?
We have a whole bunch of bad blank women on this team that want to win.
Coach, how close were you to pulling Gabby in that third inning?
About as close as
second inning, I'm sorry.
Yeah, about as close as we were to not starting her. I don't say that in jest, but in a way, kind of like, it's a little bit chip away. They kind of, they didn't totally do too much damage to her. We kind of did a little bit to ourselves, and then we knew we were going to have to score to win that game, and we were thinking about taking her out. But then when we scored, it was like, all right, Gab's going to give us an opportunity to stay in this game, and that she did. And there was definitely thoughts in there that we were like, all right, what are we going to do? But our answer helped us make that decision.
Thank you.
Jadelyn, it's kind of been a long year for you, injuries and other things, like just to hit that home run that you did. Like, I mean, probably the first thing going through your mind was the team, but just what did that mean to you?
To me, I think after they had their inning, I knew we were going to have our inning. And so it was kind of just, we weren't done yet. And we know that we had a lot more time to play how we play. And that was just kind of to start it off.
Coach Tarr, is that the craziest game you've ever coached at Husky Softball Stadium?
It's one of the more proud games I've been a part of, where it's like the players are playing, they're competing, they know what they want to do, they're doing it together. And my role was very limited in that. And it was really cool to see that them take over and play the game that they know how to play and they want to play.
Baylee, when you woke up this morning, what do you think the first thing that went in your head was?
I think just doing whatever it takes to be there for my teammates and knowing that it's going to take everyone and just kind of doing whatever I can to fire my teammates up. But just knowing that it's going to be hard, our road's going to be hard, and we're a resilient team. So
how long do you guys celebrate this one before you think ahead?
I think, you try not to think ahead and we don't, but I think we've done enough like pre-planning or answering the questions about seedings and matchups and all those kinds of things that you're so used to like deflecting it, but absorbing the whole piece that, we know what we're in for. We know where we're going. We know when we're leaving. We know what's, we wouldn't know what's at stake. So it's definitely a great opportunity that we've earned, and we can't wait to continue to grow as a group.
I don't know if you guys have heard this, but it's announced during the broadcast that one of the Saturday game of the Oklahoma series is going to be on ABC. What does that mean for softball, for you guys, just to have for the team?
What? Sorry, Ed. What was the announcement?
The middle game of the Oklahoma series is going to be aired on ABC.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Sounds like Little League World Series back in the 80s when Kirkland won.
Gabby pitched 28 innings, I think, this weekend. It's north of like 350 pitches, I think. I mean, what do you think of Gabby playing right now? Coach Tarr and then Baylee too, because I know you're playing right behind her.
Yeah, I mean, Gabs is very humble in that she would be like, here, everybody can participate and play. So she's willing and able to do whatever the team needs her to do. And she was willing and able to, stay in that game. And I asked her like straight up, like, Gabs, how do you feel? Like, we're going to have you help us make this decision about staying in the game. And do you want to? She's like, well, whatever the team needs, whatever you think is best. So she's not the kind of person that's going to tap out. She's going to continue to try to be better in her game. And she had to change a little bit of her game plan in the middle of this game. And she got better and better with it as the game went along.
Yeah, I mean, well, like Gabby would step in front of a train for somebody else. Like, I mean, at what point do you like say, enough is enough? But like, I mean, what made you trust her?
Well, I think she is a very trustworthy person, and you can just see it in people's eyes when they know they're going to be fine. And I could see the ball how it was coming off her hand tonight, and it was definitely, like I said, she was getting better and better as the game went along.
What's going on in your huddle? Like you're down 5 or 4 runs early in the game. What's the team saying to each other, especially, like Jadelyn, like Storako, you kind of, I think you struck out like maybe once or twice against her the other day. And then today you have a good game against her. I mean, what changed between, the 2 games and the first couple innings to the inning you had?
I think just like my approach was different today coming up. Just hunting certain pitches was all I can think about. So during BP, like I was being more intentful. So carrying that into the game obviously really helped me. But yeah, overall.
And lastly, Coach Tarr, thinking back, I think you sent Sammy around to make it 5-3. The speed of your team this year seems like something that maybe you haven't had in the past couple of years. You guys have really focused on that. I mean, are you proud of that at this moment? The speed paying off.
Yeah, it's good. Like to be able to go 2 bases or 3 bases even at times, especially when people are playing back at the fence, when it's hard to hit balls over people's heads. You either have to hit it over the fence or truly in the gap. I mean, Jadelyn threaded the needle in one of the at bats, and we just kept on running, and we knew we needed to try to find a way to score as many runs as we could.
One more for Baylee too. Like one of the someone came over to me during the game and she said, she was like one of the stadium staff, and says, that girl's about to smack this ball. I can see it in her hips or whatever at the plate. I mean, I think that kind of sums up just the ego you almost have when you stepped up into the batter's box. I mean, what's your approach like there and the confidence you have right now? Can you describe that?
I think it's just competing for my team and knowing that they have my back, and just thinking to myself, like, how can I personally beat this pitcher? She has to throw it over the plate, and my teammates have my back no matter what happens. So I think that just kind of relieves a lot of pressure, if there's any, just knowing that if, like, in the event I don't get it done, the next person will. So I think that's really special within our lineup, especially now that we're heating up, and this is just the beginning.
Perfect.
One more. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead. You had one more. Go for it.
Yeah, Coach Tarr, it's a lot of people talk about, you sent a tweet out after last season was canceled. People, I mean, I made a big deal about it, just saying like, this is not the end of your team. And it looked to be almost the end of your team many times in the past, 24, 25 hours. Now that you're headed to super regionals, can you sum up like what the past 400 days has been like for you and just this moment?
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, when COVID took the season out, it was very sad because you didn't know if the seniors were going to get another go at it. And we just truly believed, and hoped and prayed that it was not going to be the end for this team. And unfortunately, this year isn't a continuation of last year. It isn't, because we have new people and it's a different year. But if this team is to do what it's going to do, it is going to remember what it did last year and combine all that we do have this year to carry us to where we're supposed to go. And so we're definitely enjoying each other. I think if anything, last year, it taught us to really never take anything for granted. I mean, we all know life is short. We all know nothing's given, nothing's guaranteed. And we just move forward with that. And it gives us a lot of peace in how we go about our business.